saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V. All reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
C-A all day. C-A D-M-V-N-I-A all reminds me of C-A. Sean.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Everybody, I'm Larry.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now a second down throw for Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
3 down. Ready. Blue ready. Check 59. Right.
Play fake. Winston surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 58 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run the option left. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Prescott forced out to his left. And now and that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here we go. Bryant 38.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Ready. Blue ready.
2nd down, Winston. It's caught, Humphreys. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They run again on first down, Martin. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken. and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll give him 8 on the play. And for Evans, he's up around 1,000 yards now on the season, over 900. He had 105 in Week 11 against KC.
There will always be a place for speed in the NFL because we know that just changes everything for a defense. And Mike Evans can run when he gets going, but the length, that's the thing that really hurts defenses because trying to be a defensive back and get through his body to get to the ball, knock it away, very difficult to do. And Jameis Winston knows, throw that ball up high and let Mike Evans go get it.
It's caught, Shepard. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. One receiver to the left is Evans. A first down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver, 40 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Whitehead, the return. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there... that advantage they just gained goes right out the window. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. Well, on this Thanksgiving week, some teams have some youngsters to be thankful for, don't they? A lot of rookies have really stepped up this year.
Well, Carson Wentz started from day one, even though they didn't expect him to in Philadelphia. Got his team off to a 3-0 start. They're 5-5 now, and he's getting kudos all around the league for his poise and his athletic ability. And how about in Los Angeles? Jared Goff finally got his first start.
Yeah, he got his first shot, did okay. We'll see how he does going forward.
But to me, the story is in Dallas.
Oh, absolutely.
Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, not only are they playing well, they've affected a culture change for the Cowboys.
You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Still first down.
One receiver to the left is Evans. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Following the penalty, Martin trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Watch right, watch right. Watch right, watch right.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Second down, Winston. Finding time. Evans has it left side. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Winston now from the 50. And Brake has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Hitchens not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So a ways to go here on 10.
Let's go now. Blue lady.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little. Too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He completes it to Bryant. They give him 12 yards and a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll be a Dallas first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. And this is caught. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. And quickly, they get to the line. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll run it now with Dunbar. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Lance Dunbar taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And there's a completion.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third and goal now in a one-score game. Back to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And now here come the Cowboys. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He'll buy some time right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They go play action here on first down. Escobar with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. The first down carry by Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter. lose by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And they're going to speed things up here. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now Jameis on second down. That's caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Yeah, Brandon, that was the first step, but they still need to find a way to get the ball back.
Exactly. They still need some help here, don't they?
Without a doubt. They've got to go out and get a stop and make sure they get the ball back for their offense for one last push.
35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's back to throw, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up.